evening, y'all. Welcome to Apron Strings, and welcome to all the new subscribers. And I've even got kids from school watching, and that just tickles me to death. I need to put a video up for y'all, and this is something that I saw scrolling through. It was either Pinterest or it showed up on Facebook, and y'all might have seen it. I don't know, I had never seen it before, but it's a quick and easy way to make anything. You use a flour tortilla for your base, and I'll show you. You could make any kind of anything. You can make a Reuben sandwich. You can make something sweet with nuts and peanut butter and marshmallow cream, stuff like that. I'm going to give you some ideas. But today I'm going to make a pizza one. So I'm going to get y'all over here to the butcher block. It's getting pretty crowded around it, but I think we can all fit. And I'm going to just give y'all a heads up on what to do, and then you can choose your own ingredients and make whatever you want to. So let's get over here and get started. Okay, I've got some marinara and some mozzarella cheese right here. I've got some ground beef that I was meal prepping, and I went ahead and cooked, and it's got onions and bell pepper in it. And I've got some pepperoni. So what you do, you take your 10-inch flour tortilla and fold it in half and crease it, and fold it in half again and crease it. Okay? So you've got this little triangle. And when you open it up, you can see those lines, and you want to get your scissors or a knife, and we're going to cut right down that line to the middle, but not through, just right to the next fold. Okay, you got it? And on each one of these, we're going to put ingredients. On each little triangle that's formed there, we're going to put ingredients, and then I'll show you what it's going to end up being. So I'm going to put, let me see where y'all can see the best. I'm going to put some marinara on there. Now the reason I said you could do a Reuben, you can put your Thousand Island, and you can put your corned beef and your Swiss cheese and whatever else you want. And once you get it, you see how to fold it up and put it together, you'll see that, good grief, it's pretty cool. It's kind of like a taquita, but it's different. Okay, and over here, I'm going to put mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to put some of my meat right here. And I'm going to put 2 or 3, I don't like pepperoni a whole lot because it's greasy. But I don't have any Canadian bacon, that's my favorite. So I'm just going to put a few of these pepperonis right in here. So we're basically going to have a pizza fold over here. We'll get all this over here out of the way where maybe y'all can see. Let me move the camera up. Okay, so what you're going to do now, we're going to take and we're going to fold this one over this one. See, I've got them lined up here. And then we're going to fold this one over that one. And we're going to bring our pepperonis up on the top. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit of extra cheese up here for glue. You could have fajita meat in there and put your Mexican flavors to make it like a Mexican fold over. Okay, now I got to get my skillet hot, and I'm going to use butter to fry mine in, or to brown it, and to melt the cheese. So I'm going to get my butter in this little skillet, and we'll get it cooked, and I'll show y'all what it looks like. Just a minute. Get my butter melted in there. I like to do it like this. Go ahead and get me a spatula out here, flipper or whatever you want to call it. When you want it to get hot, it won't. When you don't want it to burn your butter, it gets hot very quickly. Okay, I'm going to put that in there and do it like that. And then, while I can still handle it, oh, I'm shaking today. Oh well. That goes with having a few years on you and inheriting that from your daddy. Alright, I'm going to let that brown, and then we'll see how crispy it is when I get a bite of it. I'll be right back. It's going to be kind of like that crunch wrap. Only it's going to have lots of good layers in it, and it's going to be good. I probably should have heated that hamburger before I put it in there. I'm going to go ahead and flip it, and then I can flip it back and forth. See how it's browning up? I want it to get good and brown and crispy. So we'll let that cook for a minute or two on each side, and then we'll check it out. I probably would prefer corn tortillas, but I'd have to make them, I guess. I haven't seen any 10-inch corn tortillas. It's always flour. Alright, I'll be back in a minute and show y'all what it's all about. I like anything like this. I always go ahead, even when I'm making quesadillas, I go ahead and rub a little bit more butter on it. Okay, it's just about ready. I'm going to take it up, let it cool a minute so it won't melt my mouth when I taste of it. Okay, here I've got it in my, this is a little thing from the Dollar Tree, little plastic baskets. And these are the little tissues that go in there from Dollar Tree. I use this for burgers and fries and tacos and stuff. So I'm going to cut it, show y'all what it looks like on the inside, but I wanted you to see, I've got my little cup of marinara, got my little pizza, whatever you want to call it in there, and I'll be back in a minute and show you what it looks like cut. Get my pizza cutter and cut it right quick. And we'll see the inside. Can you see the layers? It's going to be good. This is a good alternative to pizza. Let me dunk it and taste it. I wish my grandkids was here. They'd love that. Okay, let me give you some ideas what you can do with it after I have some tea. You could make a Reuben sandwich with the things that go on a Reuben, fold it over. You could make a fajitas with beef or chicken and your cheese and some avocado and maybe some salsa. You would have you a Mexican taco, fajita, whatever you want to call it. You could take and put a little peanut butter and slice you some bananas, put you some marshmallow cream and a drizzle of honey or whatever your other choice would be, and fold it up and grill it. Oh my goodness, bacon would be good on that. You could do bacon, eggs, and cheese and make a breakfast fold over. It's endless what you can do with it. So a 10-inch flour tortilla, and I showed you how to cut it, and then your choice of the fillings, and you've got a neat meal or a snack for the kids in the afternoon after school. But I'm going to tell you what, it'd fill me up, so if it was a snack, it'd have to be my supper. And I'm going to eat this one while it's hot. Y'all, it's spring. I hope we don't get any sneak up freezes because our trees are budding out. We got leaves on them. Well, what we've got right now is that little fuzzy stuff that makes your sinuses go haywire, the pollen. But we'll have leaves before long. And I bought me 12 tomato plants, and I'm going to get them in the garden out front. And we planted 50 pounds of seed potatoes, and I canned, out of the potatoes that was left from cutting the eyes off, 21 quarts. Let me show y'all. Look at that. Aren't they pretty? And they're so clear. I'm so proud of them. 21 quarts. And so when these potatoes that I planted grow, And we dig them. I'm going to have a lot more canning going on, but that's okay. I love to have good food on my shelves in my pantry. So this is Monday. The weekend was quite busy for me. It took a long time Saturday to cut the eyes off of the potatoes, and then we toss them in lime, powdered lime, and that keeps them from rotting and the bugs from eating them so bad. So we let them set till Sunday, and then Sunday evening, Troy, he's not able to walk and drop them in, but he got on the tractor and plowed and made the rows. And then I dropped them in, and he came back with the tractor and it covered them up. So I didn't have to do it with a hoe. But we've got them planted and I'm excited. Now I'm going to plant in that garden, the very first row, I'm going to put tomatoes. Then I've got potatoes. And like I did 2 or 3 years in a row, and I think I've showed y'all before, I plant one row next to the road in all sunflowers. And it's so pretty when they're all blooming. People stop and take pictures of it. So that's my plans. I'm going to get my sunflowers in one evening this week, so maybe they'll come on up and I can enjoy them for a long season. Have some to cut and bring in here. I just love it. And I've ordered me a bunch of zinnia seed, and I'm going to have me some zinnia beds because I like blooms and they last. So I've got plans if I can just scrunch it all together in my little life right now that's full and not a whole bunch of time. I hope y'all are planting a garden, or at least, like I told you, get you some seed in case you can't get them. I went to the feed store to get scratch and laying pellets, and they told me that they can't get pink-eyed purple hulls or black-eyed peas. Now, I've got some from last year, but that's kind of unnerving because you never know when they're going to say, sorry, we can't get any more. They won't let us. We don't know what's going to happen. So even if you're not gardening now, it might come down to you gotta. So pick you up a few seed, vacuum seal them, and put them up. That's a good idea. The good Lord bless and keep y'all. I'll be back here in a day or two with something else. I got to school today. I'm subbing. And one of the boys said, Miss, you didn't upload a video this weekend. And I said, well, I know it. He said, well, I watched 6, but you didn't have nothing new. So isn't that fun? So I told him I was going to make this so he'd have something to watch that he would like to make and eat. So Rosabelle, I hope you see this one. But anyhow, I'm going to go on and see what Troy wants to eat. If he wants me to make him one of these, this version, a different version, or no version. I never know when he's hungry or not. And I'm going to eat this one while it's hot. And I'm going to think up something else to do in a day or two and get it on here for y'all. The good Lord bless you. Make some memories, fix food for your family, gather around the table, turn those cell phones off and visit one-on-one. Teach this generation how to communicate without electronics because it might become necessary. And we who lived without them are the best teachers. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.